In okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. So
Yeah,
we
good
have
evening.
yes, good evening, sir. Good evening. Okay, let me just do this. Look this here. It's just a sec. All right. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to everyone for making our time to join up in a session like this. So would not waste your time. Let me see if my colleague is already here. Let me see. Okay, he's not here yet. Now this is a clarity session. It's a session to help a lot of persons understand exactly what ghostwriting is. It's not a class, it's not a training, it's a discussion, it's a Q&A, that's question and answer. And you are free. Okay, I'm reading what somebody said just dropped here. He said the meeting never starts now. Una don't reach. There must be a promo. Ah, very funny. Okay, so I'm gonna start by introducing myself. Once again, you guys already know me, a lot of you, but my name is Elvis Nosakare Imafidon. I'm a Nigerian and I'm from Edo State. Okay. I'm an IT person and I'm also a digital entrepreneur. I am into, quite a number of online businesses, ghostwriting being, one of them. So you're here today because you've already heard about the ghostwriting opportunity. It has been shared with you in your DM, and you have also been invited to this session to get some clarity and to understand what it is, because a lot of persons would want to get that kind of understanding so that they would be able to make informed decisions, on things like this, because it's an online business and this is Nigeria. Everyone is to a very large extent, skeptical about online businesses like this. And of course, you would want to know whether it is something that is worth your time or whether it is something that is also worth your money. Okay, so I'm just going to start by saying that ghostwriting is a real business. That's the first thing I want to say. It's a real business. It is not something that is cooked up. It is not something that is, just brought up from one direction. No, ghostwriting is an actual real business that you can do, that I am doing, that a lot of other persons are doing, and that can help you financially. Now, so why exactly should you consider even thinking of an online business like ghostwriting? For me, I tell people that I have a principle called the Eden principle, and that principle is that as a person, as somebody who wants to live, thrive, not just survive, right? You want to live, you want to thrive, you want to flourish in this current day and age, in this current economy. You should have at least 4 streams of income. 4. All right. On a norm, a lot of persons have jobs, right? So that's like the first one. But jobs really are not enough. Even if you have a job that is paying you even 1 million right now, it may not really be enough. It may, for some persons it will, but it may not be enough. Because 1, you have to wait every 30 days to receive that money. 2, there are a lot of expenses that would come in on that money even before the month ends. All right. And because you're receiving that kind of money, of course, you would want to stay in a kind of place, you want to live a kind of lifestyle. So one way or the other, that amount of money you're earning would, one way or the other, match up with your expense and with your standard of living. And of course, they say, big man, big trouble. One way or the other, you start having, demands that come with that kind of, funds. Then apart from that, once you have a job, I tell people that they should at least have like an online business or two online businesses, because while you have a job, you want to be able to manage that job with an online business, two online business, or whatever the count might be. So if then another one can be something like an investment, like a real legitimate investment, not Ponzi schemes, no, real legitimate investment, something real estate, something, minerals, gold and all the rest. Okay. Then apart from that, also, you might want to have maybe like a physical business that still helps you to raise, funds that puts money in your pocket. Now, why do you need this for? Because a lot of things are changing. The economy is getting bad every day. The naira is going down. Even those that are living outside the country that are earning in US dollars or Canadian dollars, British pound sterling, they still have that same challenge, because when they remove all their bills, the money that they have left to save or even spend for some personal enjoyment, goes down. And they don't have a choice than to still try and manage. So one way or the other, even if you are living outside the country, you still have to top up, your finances. So if you're asking yourself, why should you consider doing an online business like this? Man, the life is hard right now, okay? The life is really, really hard, and everybody just has to, in one way or the other, find a way to brace up and to balance things up. That's the first thing that I want to say. I think I just saw Jude. Jude, is that you? I thought I saw Jude in this call like a few seconds ago. Okay, that's my guy, who's supposed to be my co-host on this session this evening. So what is this ghostwriting all about? Because after sending the webinar to a lot of persons, I get people who still come back and say that they don't understand. I don't understand, or some persons don't even watch it. They look at it, oh, it's a 1 hour webinar, and they push the information aside, not knowing that that 1 hour webinar can actually change their life. You see, people want to make money, but most people don't want to put in the work that would help them make that money. And if you are not willing to put in the work by watching at least a 1 hour video, I don't know exactly what you really want to do for yourself. All right. So, but for the sake of this session that we are holding today, ghostwriting is simply a writing business. All right. It involves writing. And what exactly do you write? You write stories, long stories, short stories. You write articles, you write academic content, research content, or essay content. Now, and these things are done online, and they are done for foreign companies that are willing to pay in US dollars for this kind of writing. Okay? These companies are willing to pay in US dollars for this kind of writing. And when I say US dollars, I'm talking of as little as 300, 200. 200 is small. I'm not even sure I've seen anyone earning 200, but I'm just saying, even as high as 600, 1,000. And this thing can span as short as 2 months, 3 months, even up to as high as even 30 years plus, just as we saw in the case of Fumi in the webinar that I have already shared with you guys. So it's writing, okay? And in the flyer that you saw that brought you into my DM, you must have seen a part that says both for writers and non-writers. Oh, Nenya, your phone is 3%. I'm so sorry about that. It's both for writers and non-writers. So why did I say it's both for writers and non-writers? A lot of persons come into my DM acting like, oh, I'm a guru writer, but you are a guru writer, you're not making millions. You're a guru writer, you're not even making $200 a month. You're not a guru if you're not making money. All right, you're just talented. And talent sometimes without money can lead to frustration, because you're talented, you have all it takes, you are seeing people making money, but you're just there, you're stuck. You're frustrated. All right. This is not me insulting anyone, okay? This is just me trying to paint out some harsh truths, some harsh reality. So these companies, like I said, are willing to pay this amount of money. Okay. So as a ghostwriter, even if you, like for me, I don't write. Okay. I don't write. I have people who write for me. Okay. I have people that are outsourced to that they write for me. So if you are talented with writing and you feel like, okay, you want to monetize this, all right, even if you have been writing for 10 years, even if you have writing for 30 years, you can still do ghostwriting and make a lot of money. All right. Why you're here is because you want to be able to convert that writing skill that you have into an actual monetary equivalent, not just to come and brag that you know how to write. Me, I can tell you I don't know how to write, but if I can come and tell you that I've made money. So if I tell you that I've made money and you know how to write and you have not made money, who is better? I think I'm the one, because you just have talent, but me, I know how to convert that talent, into monetary equivalent. So that's what the ghostwriting that we're talking about actually does for you. So if you already have the talent for writing, awesome, amazing, ghostwriting is for you. All right. What we are sharing is for you. Even if you don't have the talent, but you are even willing to learn to write, okay, this is also for you. Now, if you don't have the talent, okay, and you still want to make money, because maybe you are like me, who wants to make money, even if he doesn't know how to write, it is still for you. Why? Because the package, the ghostwriting package that I've shared with you guys in the past allows even writers and non-writers to be able to do the business. Why? Because it gives room for people to be able to say, okay, let me look for somebody who can write, give that person, the idea, and say, okay, write this thing for me. Then when he's done, right, I take that piece of work and I make it mine, I upload it and all that, and I make money from it. Yeah, of course, it's a business transaction. I have to also pay that person for the work well done. However, I make money, he makes money, everybody goes home happy. All right. And because this money is made in US dollars, what it means is that even if I am making 200, even if I'm making 300, it's good money because practically it's free, right? Just because I understand that business model called, ghostwriting. Okay, so now why is it called ghostwriting? Because some persons wonder and they're like, ghost, ghost, ghost. Okay, Jude is joining us right now. I'm seeing Jude on the call. All right, Mr. Jude, welcome. So let me just add him as a pin. All right, welcome, Jude. So as I was saying, why is it called ghostwriting? So basically, like, what's the ghost actually doing there? Is it that it's about willy willy and all that? No, it's ghostwriting just simply means that you are not taking credit for the work, right? The company that you're writing for, they are the ones taking credit for the work. Yours is that you have a contract with that company, and that contract allows you to get paid for that written work, and money comes into your pocket. Now, some persons will be wondering, why would these people be willing to pay as high as $1,000, as high as $700, $600, $3,000, $1,500 for something as simple? Let's put it that way, as simple as writing. Now, that's because most of those platforms have a very wide and large audience that subscribe to the content that you as the writer and other writers around the world are dropping on that platform. Okay, so because they have that wide audience and that audience usually pay for their content, they are making a lot of money. So they are more than willing to share that money with those people who are writing for them. All right, so they are in business. The writers are also in business. Okay, it's that simple. There is no hard and fast rule to it. And most times I get people coming to my DM and say, if it is real, why is everybody not doing it? It's because not everybody is making the decision to do it. All right. And not everybody even believes that it is possible. Just like that same person that's asking that question does not believe. So there are a lot of persons that would not believe. Two, everybody's not doing it because not everybody still knows about it. Okay. And everybody's also not doing it again because of preference. Some persons will tell you, no, I don't want to do writing business. So people make decisions regardless of how amazing an opportunity is. People will still make a decision to say, okay, I want to do it or I do not want to do it. All right. So it's not that because, oh, there's money here, everybody's going to do it. No, because there are still other ways online and even offline for people to make money. So there are those who say, okay, this is what I want to do. So everybody cannot do it. Then I also get questions like, if you are making so much money, then why are you collecting money from us to learn or to start? Like, on a serious note, first and foremost, I'm putting myself out there to say, okay, I want to teach. Do you know what it means to teach? Have you ever seen any teacher that teaches for free? Right? Every teacher in school, they get paid. The lecturers get paid. The teachers in school get paid. Right? Even the home lesson teacher that comes to take kids in the house gets paid for their services. And apart from that, let's leave the teachers aside. Think of it this way. If you want to learn fashion design, you have to pay to learn. You want to learn, let's say, architecture, you have to pay to learn. You want to learn how to do building designs. You want to learn how to do screeding, you pay to learn. You want to learn how to do furniture, you pay to learn. So what exactly is the difference between a physical business that you're paying for to learn and an online business that you're paying for to learn? Most people feel that because it is online, it has to be free. Trust me, online things are actually more expensive than a lot of physical things in many cases. All right. But come to think of it, if you want to learn how to make furnitures right now, okay, if you want to learn how to make furnitures right now, I don't think there is any carpenter, no matter how low grade he is, that will teach you for 30,000 naira. No, nobody. Because you're going to spend months or probably years learning that thing. Maybe the least you will get is maybe 100K or 150 if the person is too cheap. But if it is a standard place, you might be paying up to 500K plus the drinks and the cola nuts and everything that you're going to buy. And think about it also, you want to start a physical business, right? I don't see any, even recharge card business right now. I'm not sure you can start it with 30K. Why? Because everything is expensive. All right. So you have to understand that there is a price for it. Okay. There is a price to learn anything. There is a price for, even for you to travel from here to Lagos, there is a price for it. You don't go to the park and say, come on now, you guys have all these buses parked here. Just let me just sit down in your bus and you just take me to Lagos or from Lagos to anywhere. No, nobody's going to listen to you. Why? Because they know that they are offering you a service and you have to pay for that service. All right. So let us just establish that. So now let's talk more about ghostwriting. I mentioned earlier that when it comes to ghostwriting, you can write stories, you can write articles, you can write academic or research content or essays, right? Now, when it comes to long story writing, think of it this way. You see, most of those movies that you watch, they are actually either books or novels written by someone somewhere. The Harry Potter that you watch was somebody's novel, right? The Lord of the Rings that you watch is somebody's novel. Even the Matrix that you watch is somebody's book, right? That's to tell you that most of the movies you watch are books. So most of these platforms, right, these foreign platforms allow writers to bring in really amazing content in forms of stories. And when they put it on that platform, people go there to read. And in some cases, people even get to the point of, like they will get to the point of converting that, story to like movies. They may not inform the writer because the writer has already been paid for the written work. That's why he's a ghostwriter. He has already been paid. But it's which example should I use? Okay, many of you might know about Harley Quinn books, right? All these Harley Quinn novels, that people buy and they study, they read, they enjoy themselves. Some of us used to read it when we were teenagers back then because of how engaging those books were at the time. So those are the kind of stories that you'll be writing. There are different genres, of those stories. You have action, you have adventure, you have paranormal, you have high school, you have science fiction, you have werewolf, you have billionaire romance, like there are like so many genres of these kind of long stories that you can write. Okay, so now what happens is that these platforms allow you to write, and they give you like a contract. Now the contract can be in two ways, can be exclusive, can be non-exclusive. Okay, now an exclusive contract is a contract that when you have it with a particular platform, you cannot take that content, as that book that you are writing for them, and post it on another platform. All right. And because it is called exclusive, that it is exclusive to that particular platform, because they have seen that, oh man, this story is really nice. We want to have it only on our platform so that people are going to pay more money to read that particular story. So when you have that contract with them, you get to earn a lot of money because exclusive contracts pay a lot. All right. Exclusive contracts pay a lot in thousands of US dollars and can span quite a lengthy period of time. Okay. Then in the case of non-exclusive contracts, what happens is that a lot of persons are having network problem. That's Nigeria problem, man. Yeah, so when it comes to non-exclusive contracts, what happens is that a contract that you have on one platform, you can still post it or upload it on other platforms and get that non-exclusive contract on multiple platforms and still be able to earn a lot of money. All right. Now, that is just for long story writing. Okay. You can even decide to go into things like article writing, where you write on different topics, on different platforms, maybe current happenings, topical issues and all that stuff. And you get paid for these things. Okay. And you get paid in US dollars. And also you have the academic content, the research content, the essays. Now, these ones are usually done on platforms where they want to gather like academic information, they want to gather data, and you just do like a research paper of like, let's say 1,000, 2,000 words, and you get paid for it. You can get paid as little as, let's say, $15, in that case. But when you do like 5, 6, 7, or even up to 10 in a week, you can be getting at least $100. In a month, if you get $400 or $300, that is something. All right. Now, the thing is that because of the exchange rates, this amount of money become really, really high in Naira. So if you're asking yourself, why should you do this? These are some of the reasons why you should do it. Now, I also get asked questions like, is ghostwriting the same as copywriting, the same as email copywriting and all that? No, it is not. Okay, ghostwriting is not copywriting. Ghostwriting is not email writing. No, ghostwriting is completely different. In the case of copywriting, in fact, ghostwriting is not Amazon KDP. All right, Amazon KDP, which is Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, is a different business that is done on Amazon. All right, for ghostwriting is done on multiple platforms. Amazon KDP is only done on Amazon. Okay, so you just have to know that. And that is a publishing business. The one that is done on Amazon is a publishing business. But the one that is done here in ghostwriting is a writing business, not a publishing business. There are two different things. In Amazon, people have to buy your book. People have to maybe order things like paperback or the hardcover, like that Amazon will print and send to them. In ghostwriting, it's not like that. People read most of all these things online. Okay, people read most of these things online. So there are two different businesses. Okay, one is a publishing business, one is a strictly writing business. Okay, then in the case of email copywriting or any form of copywriting is a marketing style of writing that involves producing what is called an ad copy, all right, or a sales copy or a business written copy, where people have to like where they write and to kind of like convince people in their business. So ghostwriting is not like that. Okay, ghostwriting is not related to anything marketing. Is not as a ghostwriter, you are not trying to sell anything, you're not trying to buy anything, you're not trying to convince anybody of anything. Okay, what you're doing is that you are signing up on these platforms that will be shown to you in the training, and you are understanding, okay, this is how this platform works. Then you write content that suits that particular platform, and you get paid on each of these platforms. And another question is, how do I get paid? I'm a Nigerian. How do I get paid in US dollars? That is actually also where the training also comes in. In the training, you are taught about you are taught how to create 6 different types of accounts that allows you to receive money in US dollars and convert it to Naira right here in Nigeria. Okay, right here in Nigeria, you can convert the money to Naira. Okay, so and each of these options are, some of them are very easy. All right, some of them, are a bit tricky, but they are well explained in the training program, and you can decide to use whichever one that you want to use, for your business. Okay, you can decide to choose whichever one for your business. So thinking, I don't have this. No, 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 no. You can get all these things done. I think just yesterday, the thing is, because of the short notice of this class and of this live session, and because of a lot of hustle and bustle in the past few days, I'll be able to come up and show you guys some of the charts that I have on my phone, all right, with some of my students. Just yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, one of them got a contract on one of the ghostwriting platforms, where she's going to be paid about 2,000 US dollars. And this is a lady that just started around 20 something of February. In fact, Jude, she was one of the persons that was in one of our last classes. And in about 3 weeks now or so, she has already gotten a contract, and this is somebody that the very first day that she got the training, she already started going through it. And at the end of the day, she has already gotten a contract. I was even surprised. I was not expecting, and I was even thinking about, like, I have not heard from this lady. Let me see how I can reach out to her. Not knowing that she is already doing things behind the scenes. Some people are very quiet, they don't make noise, but they get results with what they are doing. I was really surprised. She just sent me screenshots. There's another one that just a few weeks ago, she showed me the contract that she got, and I also shared it on the group, and you see, ghostwriting is for anyone who is interested in making money. That's one thing I want to say. It's for anybody who's interested in making money. The one question that I get asked a lot is, if I start now, when will I start making money? If I start now, how fast? People always, there's this ginger. How do I start making money very fast? See, I always tell people that, yeah, I always tell people that it's completely dependent on you. I just said something now. Somebody started around 20 something of February, and this is March 21, and she shared that with me yesterday. That's like, let's just say roughly a month. All right. Let's just say roughly a month. There are some persons, Tochi being one of them, who did theirs in a shorter time. Okay. There are some who took up to like 2 months. These things are all completely dependent on how you put your efforts, all right, into the business. Okay. How you have time for it. Because there are some persons that are very busy. You say, okay, I only have 1 hour daily, or I don't really have that time. Somebody like that, it will take longer. But if he is consistent, take note, consistency is very important. If he's consistent, what he needs is just a matter of like a regular daily routine for him to do that business, and he's still definitely going to get results. People that will not get results in ghostwriting and any other online business or even any other business are, one, people who are lazy. All right. People who procrastinate. They say, oh, I want to do something today. They jump, they leave it. They don't do it. They will do it today before they will come back again is in 2 weeks' time. People like that cannot succeed. I don't give guarantees to anyone who is not doing what they are supposed to be doing. All right. Now, another set of people that would not succeed are people who abandon their training and they are coming to say, how do I do this? How do I do this? Right? Because the first thing is that the training program is there to show you. Then myself, Jude, or anybody who is mentoring you is also there to say, okay, now that you have watched it, have you tried this? Have you done this? Okay, this that you did now, what is the results that you got? All right. Because most people, they always ask these questions about mentorship. If I pay for this training program now, are you going to mentor me? What most of those people want is they want somebody who will tell them everything that they need to do, rather than first of all going through the training and coming back and saying, okay, I've gone through the training. It's easier for me to help people like that. They have gone through the training, they have tried something, maybe it's not working or they are getting issues. Okay, do it like this, and you help them. You guide them on their journey. But there are those who will completely leave the training, right? They'll just watch video 1, video 2, and come and meet you and say, hey, how do I do this? It's inside the training.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's
Seriously.
inside the training. All right. So people like that, people who are lazy, people who don't pay attention to the training program, people who procrastinate and they do the business today, they jump it and they leave it, and in the next 2 weeks they are coming back. People like that cannot succeed. I cannot give that people like that any form of guarantees. All right. So these are some of the questions that I have that I feel, okay, let me just provide some level of clarity from my own end. Okay, I know that Jude would be saying a few things also, but this session is a clarity session, like I said from the beginning, even before Jude joined us. It's a clarity session to help you guys understand what you are coming into, to help you guys understand, okay, this is what the business is all about, this is what you need to do, and so on and so forth. And I've already made it very clear, it's for writers and non-writers. Okay, if you are a writer, awesome. And another thing is, let me also say this. Let me just answer this because I've had a lot of persons who come into my DM and say, I'm already a writer. I've already been writing for the past 15 years. Just tell me where to go and I will just do it. I cannot tell you where to go and you just do it. Why? Because there are more than 15 platforms on the ghostwriting, in the ghostwriting training program that are explained Because you know how to write does not mean that you know how to make money with writing. Just put that at the back of your mind. You can have all the talent. Does not mean that you know how to make money from it. And in fact, the very reason why you are in my DM is because you want to know how to make money from that writing. So it's best that you listen to me or you listen to somebody who is telling you that this is how you have to do it. All right. Instead of coming to act all high and mighty and start making me feel like, oh, me, I'm not a writer now. I don't know what I'm saying. All right. So it's very straightforward. Even if you know how to write, you have to humble yourself to also learn because there are things you don't know. An artist that is good and talented and all that, if he does not have a good producer, if he does not have a good record label that will take him far, he will remain where he is. If he likes, he should have all the talent in the world. He will be singing for his village people. All right. But when he has a good producer, he signs up with a good record label, what happens? They push him from where he is to where he's supposed to be. Right? So if you continue saying, after all, I'm the most talented, all right, you will keep your talent inside your house. All right. So that's that from me so far. And based on the fact that this is a question and answer session, and it's supposed to be 1 hour to end by 9 p.m. Would like to hear from you guys. Then I will give Tochi the opportunity to say some things on the session. So if you have any question, you can do two things. You can type it in the chat. All right, we'll see it. I will respond. Or you can just simply unmute yourself, ask the question, and we also respond. Whatever it is, whatever the question is. Okay, but I believe that we've been able to touch some even before you guys, start asking.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Clearly, sir. Clearly, go ahead.
All right. I joined the call a bit late because I had network issues. So, but I wanted to be clear on the whole ghostwriting thing. I keep seeing posts about it on Twitter, Instagram, and everything. So I wanted to be sure of what the ghostwriting entails. Is it that when you get a contract now to do a particular story, how do you go about writing those stories? Is it that you just have to think of one thing to possibly do, or is it that they give you a storyline for you to work with, or how does it work in general?
Okay. I'm going to say something, then I also allowed you to say something about that. Now, basically, each of the platforms that you are going to be exposed to in the ghostwriting training is explained. What the platform needs, like what they prefer, the kind of stories they like, all right, that is going to earn you good money, okay, and the pattern of writing, all right, the style, and also maybe things like how intense it should be and all the rest, okay? But the thing is that they don't give you a story to write. Now, what happens is that a platform can actually be the type that prefers things like, let's say, science fiction. Let me give you an example. Okay, so when you know that they prefer science fiction, the first thing to do is you have to study the platform, see some kind of stories that are written there, especially the top stories that are really doing well and people are always following up on. Because there's a statement that says, follow who know road. If you want to do well, look at those people that are doing excellently. All right, so you look at it and take notes. Most of these things I explained in the training, all right? But let me just give you a hint. So you look at it and you're like, okay, then you come up with your own storyline. Okay, you come up with your own storyline. The platform is not going to give you a story. The platform is already there. You are already a member. You have joined. Yours is to come up with your own storyline and present it and allow it to be accepted, or let me just use the word approved. Okay, now when it is approved, you are now given the reins to continue the story, start putting your different chapters, in there. And those are the things that now start making you money, because when you are now allowed to do that, you now have the room to apply for a contract, whether exclusive or non-exclusive. And of course, when you are approved on a contract, you can start making money. And the sweet part about it is that you don't need to have one story. You can have multiple stories on these platforms and be able to make money from each of them. All right. So the thing is, there's the need for the understanding of the platform. What kind of story? Another platform may prefer things like, let's say, romance books. All right. Maybe their readers are people who, whenever they want to read anything romance, that's where they come. Okay. So it can be anything. There are different genres of books, of writing on these platforms. Yours is to understand the platform, know what is there, and which is explained, okay? Which is explained. And you are able to write. Okay, says thank you for this session. Are there apps that can help one write? Yes, absolutely. There are apps that can help you write. In fact, the first section of the training program, exposes you to apps that you can use to even get inspiration for writing. All right. And apps that you can use for the actual writing that can help you with the writing, with spell check, and also with checking for things like plagiarism and the rest. All right. So considering the number of words required on these platforms, yeah, exactly. There are apps that can help you do that. Say, okay, good day. I wanted to be sure, would you be asked to submit the entire chapters of the work you must have written or just particular chapters for approval? You don't submit the entire chapters. You just submit a part of it, okay? And if you have watched the previous webinar where Tochi and myself and what's her name, Fumi, were on that call, and even Gracious were on the call, you would notice that we talked about things like first 5 keywords and all that. So usually most of these platforms require you to drop like a kind of like a, let me call it an appetizer of your written content of your book. Most times you hear it from people like us, say first 5 keywords, first 10 keywords, outline and all that. So when you drop that, that is like the beginning of your journey, on that particular book. So any book like that you are putting in, it's the same thing. All right. Each platform has their different requirements. Platform A may have a different requirement from another platform, but you are exposed to all of them and you are at liberty to write on any of the platforms. All right. Okay. So is ChatGPT accepted? Sincerely, no, it is not accepted. However, let me tell you this. Let me just say this about ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be a guide for you, especially for people who maybe they have a bit of writer's block. It can be a guide, but never a source for your writing. Exactly. Thank you. And why I say it can be a guide is that you can look at it and say, okay, because see, let me one thing most people don't know about ChatGPT is that it is not meant really to completely replace the human touch. So when some people have told me with the advent of ChatGPT and all these AI tools, writers are out. I said, no, it's not true. Because most of these AI don't have that human emotion in them. They don't have that human reasoning, that complex reasoning of, a human being. Okay, so it's very easy to spot that this thing is written by ChatGPT. And most of these platforms, the moment you just put, in fact, even today, one of my students reached out to me and some days ago, and I gave her a writer that will help her write. And this particular writer has been doing well, no issues. Only for her to come back to meet me today and say, the content is ChatGPT. I said, how can you tell me that's ChatGPT? This guy has been writing for me for a while. And it was like, no, it's ChatGPT. I said, no, it's not ChatGPT. I said, okay, send me the work. When she sent it to me, I looked at it. I said, this is ChatGPT. So I had to like do a check. When I did a check, I saw that it was 95% AI written content. So I reached out to the writer. I was like, Alpha, you don't do this. What's up? What happened? You're giving me ChatGPT content. He said, no, because he has a group of writers. Okay. So he said, one of his writers was the one that puts the content together. So I told him, I said, please get back to that person. This is wrong. Why? Because these platforms, they want something that is natural. All right. Something that comes from a human being, not something that comes from AI. So even if you are using AI, it can just be like a guide, to just know that, okay, maybe I can do things like that. I can do things, not to say, okay, write me chapter 1, AI will write to chapter 1, you copy it and go and paste. No. It's not accepted. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so I say I had a call that just triggered a video that I posted, so it was playing in my ears. All right, so ChatGPT is not accepted. So please, guys, if you have other questions, you can still drop in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and ask. Can you guys hear me? I need to be sure that you guys can hear me.
Yes, speak on. I'm here. On a specific project. How many chapters?
Yes, I can hear you.
Tochi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, wait. This call has triggered something.
Babe,
Yeah.
We can hear you.
get you.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh.
good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Who is speaking?
Please just hold on. If you guys can hear me, please just hold on.
Wow, congratulations. How did your day go?
Okay. Please, if you can hear me, just drop a message in the chat or say something.
Thank God for the gift of life to see another year.
Hi.
Yes, sir. It's good to hear your voice too.
Okay. All right. I've removed my headset. I can hear you guys now. Let me just use.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So
They call us once.
say something.
Yeah, we saying something, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Babe, now you call.
Okay. On exclusive project, how many chapters should a story do we have? Huh?
Okay. Yeah, Tochi, you can respond to that.
Okay, this I think is Jojo. Okay. It doesn't matter. The chapters, it doesn't matter. Exclusive contract, non-exclusive contract, it's same. You understand? It's depending on you. The chapters, how the length you want your book, your story to have. So it doesn't matter, be it an exclusive contract or non-exclusive contract. It doesn't matter. It's just depending how your book is going to take, the duration, the period, the chapters your book is going to take. Is the platform itself that is going to give an exclusive contract. So be it an exclusive contract, it doesn't matter, because while you are submitting your 5K word, your blog, your plot, your outline, you are giving them, you haven't told them how your chapters will be, but you give them the total word counts. That is the total amount of word that you'll be publishing each month. So it depends on you. You get, it depends. I think I've answered that question.
Okay. All right. So if you have more questions, please, you can drop them or you can unmute yourself and speak.
I have a question, please.
Okay, go on.
ahead.
Okay, from what you've said so far, the training sessions are in video recordings. So I wanted to know if these recordings are only accessible once, or if probably when you watch video one, you didn't get some things clear and you've passed that video, you can actually go back and then rewatch it.
Yeah, you have lifetime access to the training.
It's a lifetime access.
You can go through the videos a million times if you like. Yeah, there are no restrictions. All right. So even most of us, we still have to like go back and go back and go back. You always need it for reference. Okay. So you have lifetime access, that's one, and you can watch, even if you have watched the first video, you can go back and watch it again to get clarity and on your understanding. So
Okay, thank you.
Also, I even opened my own yesterday. I opened my own. And again, one thing about it is that anytime there is an updated video, anytime an update comes in, you still get access to the update. So it's a lifetime stuff.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, more questions. So the fact that questions are not coming, it means that everybody has gotten clarity. Say, don't say, the thing is, let me just say this, things like this, you don't overthink. All right. And for some people, they'll say, I want to understand everything. I think I posted something on my status sometime back when I was saying, if you want to become a medical doctor, you enroll into medical school. All right. No matter how a medical doctor, uncle or brother or whatever will sit you down and start talking to you and explaining a lot of things, there are things you will still not understand until you get into the class, you sit down, you see the textbook, the lecturer comes and begins to give you an explanation. That's when the clarity begins to come. Why am I saying that? When it comes to things like this, now take note, good, take note of this. If there's anything you've noticed that we've never done, is that we've never promised you put 10K, you get 20K. We've never promised the system is going to work for you. You know, I've joined a lot of online sessions in the past where they'll tell you all you just need is 50K. In 2 weeks, you'll get 200K. And you don't have to do anything. The system is going to work for you. The system has been programmed and been designed to work for you. See, promises like that are very empty. They are just ways to suck you of your money. What we have promised here is this. We promise knowledge, all right? We promise support. And we promise that if you also play your part by putting in the effort, you are definitely going to see results. So which means that, one, the knowledge is already there, is available, you pay, you get access. Two, our support is there. We are not going anywhere. We have been doing this for a very long time. Okay? Then three is the factor, the third factor, which is you. If you don't do anything, we cannot help you. Even the knowledge that you pay for cannot help you. So, and anything that is not built on these three things, right? Which is access, your efforts, and some level of support or mentorship or kind of help. Trust me, it's not sustainable. Because even the man that goes to learn, what do you call it? Let's say electronics business. He's going to get knowledge first from his boss. Two, he's going to get support from his boss. Three, he has to show up every single day at that place to learn that business for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, as the case may be, before he can come out and say, yes, I'm a boss of my own. All right. So no far-fetched promises, but simple, straightforward, practical ways to make money, and that is sustainable over time. All right. So I just need you guys to take note of that. Okay. Take note of that, because most times in my groups, I have like 3 groups now. The first one is over 1,000. The other one is about 900 and something. The current one is almost 200. And sometimes I get messages like, is it real? Is it real? Is it real? People who pay attention to what I've been sharing would know that this is real. This is clear, crystal clear, real. There is no painting and all that. Most people who talk like that are people who want to make money overnight, because what they are expecting is that they just want a situation whereby when they pay the 30K, they just relax and they get a lot in 2 weeks' time or in 1 week time. It doesn't work that way. This is a business you have to learn, you have to put in effort, and you have to make money. And guess what? I always tell people that the effort you will put into your own personal online business will not even be the same as what you will put if you have a 9 to 5. Because in a 9 to 5, you will leave your house early in the morning, go to work, spend time there. You have a supervisor that will overlook what you are doing. You make mistakes, they shout at you, they do everything. Sometimes your public holidays and all that is taken away from you. Don't get me wrong, this is not me trying to bring down a 9 to 5. I do a 9 to 5, but I can tell you that I don't play with my online business, regardless of my 9 to 5. I'm paid well, okay? But I don't play with my online, I don't play with it, because that's the golden goose. The goose that lays the golden egg, right? That's how they put it. The goose that lays the golden egg for me, right? Because I know that as great as I might be at my job, anything can happen. It's not certain. So I have to take my business very seriously while I'm also doing my job. So I'm not saying that anybody should drop their job or not do that. No, I'm saying that what you'll be doing for yourself, all right, is far greater most times than what you're doing for another person. Because this one, all the returns comes back to you. But that one, people have to share some money first before you get your own at the end of the month. Okay? So I'm going to pause here. So I don't know, Tochi, do you have anything to say before we wrap up and you have anything to say, Tochi?
Yeah. Good evening, all. Sorry, I joined late. Wow, today has been stressful.
Very.
So, what I would just say is that ghostwriting is real. And most of my students that are here, both on my groups, because not only one group, I always tell you that before you come online and say that you are taking a decision, you want to do something online, you have to make your research. 1. 2, you have to put the work. I'm not a fan of overnight success. I'm not a fan of that. Before I reach this place, this level I am, I know the nights. I'm a night crawler. I always say that. I know nights, I know days I put in. I'm also a 9 to 5 worker, like Mr. Elvis. So one thing I always tell my mentees and my students is that, yes, I'm there to guide you. Mr. Elvis is also there to guide his own students, and we are going to mentor you. But please, don't forget these 3 words I always use: learn, relearn, and implement. If you do these 3 words, I bet you will see yourself flying. Most of my students and mentees that have gotten the course, they've gotten contracts. What a good thing happened to me, that was last week or 2 weeks ago. I got out last week. I find another contract.
Yeah, I
So it works.
saw you posted it on your WhatsApp.
Yes, I got another contract. And it's an exclusive contract. It's working. Ghostwriting is pure. It's working. But you have to put the work. Some person come to my DM and they say that I'll walk you away because if I notice that you are going to give me these issues, if you don't bend down my line, I'll walk you away. I'll just say, please, if this is not for you,
Yes,
this is not for you. So what I'm trying to say, please put in the work. You coming to do an online business like ghostwriting, that thing that motivates you, may it also motivate you to put in the work. 30K might be big, but whatever you pay for, that is what you show value. That is what you have time for. It's just as if there are 2 groups, you have 2 groups now. The other one is free for you to join, and the other one you have to pay for something to join. You will have to pay before joining. I bet you value that one you pay for. It's just like that. And also learn to pay for access. Learn to pay for access. Learn to pay for access. It's just simple as that. It's simple as that. So I wish you all a beautiful night rest. Go through the videos, all the webinar videos we have been dropping. Go through it. Drop any questions you have, anything you want us to assist you with, we will do that for you. But please learn. And also the community on the course, I always advise my students, do not join first. Go through the course before joining. It really helps you. Okay.
So finally, thank you very much, Tochi. So finally, the training still remains 30K. Tochi, I just dropped something for you on WhatsApp.
I've seen it. I replied.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe my phone is delaying. Okay, so the training still remains 30K. And if you want to get started these nights, you can come straight into our DM. And we'll be giving 5 persons the opportunity to start for 28K. All right. So it's just consider it an urgent 2K discount. All right. That urgent 2K that somebody is already asking you for, you can just send it to them. Then the balance 28K, you send it, and we get you started. So I believe some persons here on the call were brought in by Tochi. Then while some of you also were brought in by myself. So you just come into my WhatsApp or you go into Tochi's WhatsApp and you request for the account details, you make payment to do your registration. Now, this is what you get upon making payment. One, you get access to the training. Two, you get access to our mentorship. Then three, you also get access to the general ghostwriting community of thousands of ghostwriters. Okay, that's what you get access to. All right, so thank you very much for your time. No pressure, all right? We're not putting pressure on anybody. If you have the money, you come into our DM and make payment. We get you registered. A lot of persons on the group that you are right now have already paid. All right, so but don't say because I said no pressure, you say I'll do it next 2 months, next 3 months. If price goes up, you pay that price. And don't forget, nothing in Nigeria that goes up comes down. So don't say even if price goes up, I will talk to Elvis or I'll talk to Tochi and they'll just reduce it. We are not reducing anything. If the price goes up, that's gone up. All right, and it will stay up. All right. So thank you very much for your time. Thanks for those persons who were here and they asked questions that has benefited everybody. So from me also, I'll say a good night rest to you. God bless you. And thank God it's Friday tomorrow. All right. Cheers. Yeah, Sylvester, thank you very much. Yeah, value packed. Thank you.
Thanks, Sylvester. Thanks. Good night, all.
Good night.
Bye.